Hi, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm looking forward to teaching you a grounding strategy that I think will be really helpful during these challenging times with COVID. First, I want to start by introducing myself. My name's Pam, and I currently work as a mental health clinician, and I'm a Canadian certified counselor. I have been practicing this grounding strategy myself for many years and also use it a lot with my clients. Something that I think is really important to be aware of right now with what's happening with COVID is our nervous system. So, with anxiety, our nervous system can become really activated or we can become stuck. So, that could show up as feelings of kind of your mind racing, a lot of anxiety, or you might notice that you feel really shut down, not able to move, or oversleeping. So this is something that's called fight, flight, or freeze, which can happen in traumatic events, such as what's happening with the pandemic right now. So this 5-4-3-2-1 grounding strategy is something that can be really useful to help calm the nervous system. So our minds are kind of hardwired to look for threat. So we are like animals, our brains, we're kind of scanning the environment to look for threat in our environment. So this 5-4-3-2-1 grounding strategy counteracts that. So as I will explain the strategy in just a second, but as we kind of do the strategy, it helps our minds to sort of calm down and just see, okay, we're safe and we're okay, and that helps to ease the nervous system. So what I'm going to do is explain the strategy to you, and then I'll give you a little bit of time to practice on your own. So 5-4-3-2-1 is basically what you're going to do is just take a minute and kind of just invite you to put your feet on the floor and feel your seat in the chair, and just have you look around the room and notice 5 things that stand out to you. So 5 objects. So I'll give an example as I look around. I see in my living room a painting. I see some tulips and a little bird candle. So that's the 5 things that I see. And then what you're going to do is look around the room and pick out 4 things that you can touch. So for example, it could be a blanket, could be a pillow, maybe your socks, or your pajamas, or whatever it is that you're wearing. And then 3 things that you can hear. So for example, I can hear the birds chirping. I can hear the cars driving by, and I can kind of hear my own heart racing. And then it would be 2 things that you can smell. So I just had dinner, so I can smell the soup that I had, and I can also smell the tulips that are in my living room. And then the last one is 1 thing, either 1 thing that you like about yourself, or it could be something that someone else has said that they like about you, or 1 thing that you can taste. So let's practice this together. I just would invite you to, if you want to, just take a minute and maybe you could collect a few things. If you wanted to do the 1 thing that you can taste, you could even grab something from your kitchen. And for the things that you can smell, if you have some essential oils around, you could go and grab those now. So I'll just give you a minute to do that. And for those of you that are just going to stay put here with me, I just invite you to kind of feel your feet on the floor and your seat in the chair and your back against the chair. And you can do this, wherever you feel comfortable. It could be from your bed or sitting on the couch. And just allow yourself to just kind of settle in. And just take maybe a few deep breaths, and you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed, whatever feels most comfortable to you. And just breathing in, breathing out. Just noticing your breath wherever it lands. Maybe it's shallow, maybe it's deep. And just allowing yourself to kind of breathe all the way in and fill your belly up with air. And if it feels comfortable, you can put a hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Or you can keep both hands on your legs. And then when you feel ready, let your eyes begin to scan the room and picking out 5 things that you can see. So I can see a painting with some leaves on it. It's green and brown, so thinking about maybe describing what you can see to yourself, just taking a minute to really notice it. I see some watercolor paints. They're all different colors. I see some pictures that we have up of Vancouver, and it's in a nice brown frame, and they're really neat prints. And I see some thumbtacks that are a different color green. And I see a container full of gold sparkles. And then 4 things that I can feel. So I can feel my shirt. It's kind of a nice cottony feeling. And I can feel my jeans that are just a little bit rougher than my shirt. And another one that you can do for the feeling is just kind of rubbing your hands together and allowing yourself to feel the heat in between your hands and just noticing what that feels like. And then the last thing that I can feel is my phone. And it's a bit cool in comparison to the heat, so that's something that you can try. And then moving on to the 3 things that you can hear. So again, I hear the birds chirping. I just heard my very cute cat eating her food. And I can hear my partner in the other room, I think, watching TV on his laptop. And then 2 things that you can smell. So again, that would be the tulips. And I have a nice scented candle nearby that smells like vanilla. And then one thing that you like about yourself. So today I'm going to say that I like my courage to try new things. So this is something very new for me. And I just want to say thank you to you also for trying this with me. I hope that you found it helpful. And yeah, I just invite you to notice how you're feeling now after doing that. I hope that you feel a little bit more settled. So with this practice, I don't think I explained this part because I did talk about how we're hardwired to look for threat. So what this does is you look around the room and you scan the room and see the objects. It allows your mind to kind of have this understanding that you are safe because you won't see any threats in the room. And you'll just be seeing what makes you feel safe. And this is something that you can also use if you're, as you go out and about in the world. Say you go grocery shopping and you find yourself feeling maybe a bit more activated or anxious. You can look around and just notice the things that are standing out to you. Unfortunately, right now there might be some things that are a bit disturbing that you're noticing, but say, I know when I'm in line buying groceries, there's some places that have flowers, so noticing the flowers. Even you could look at the ground and notice your feet, different things like that. So kind of looking for a color that stands out to you. You could even notice 5 things that are green or whatever color it is. So even just doing that can help kind of bring down how you feel in your body. It's also something that you can try when you're on the bus. It just gives your mind the message of safety. Yeah, so I invite you to try this in your life, and something that you could try regularly just to help calm the nervous system. So thank you for giving this a try with me, and yeah, I will try to put up another video maybe next week with a new coping strategy. Thank you. Bye.